We are here tonight with Gina Sunderland and Manitoba Chicken soup for the soul. It really is kind of a spiritual experience tonight, warming everything inside, outside, upside down. And we're moving on to our chicken and corn chowder. And this is really kind of cool because, again, it's sort of, you know, this part of the show, 3 recipes in one, in that we're using the same stock that we, you know, just made a minute ago for this recipe. So love making soup, love eating soup. And so how do we get started on this?
Well, this is a delicious, hearty, delicious chicken and corn chowder. So Des, we've just chopped and cooked 4 strips of bacon, and we've left that bacon fat here in the pot, and we've added 2 tablespoons of butter. Now to that, we are gonna saute some delicious vegetables. So we've got 1 yellow bell pepper. I'm gonna get you to add that. Woo, there we go. Love that sound. Awesome. Okay, and then we've got 1 chopped sweet red pepper. So we've already got a lot of flavor building here in this soup.
I always feel like my mother is in the kitchen with me when I don't get every single piece of pepper out of the bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No need to waste something that's so delicious.
Right.
And then we've got a medium onion.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you to start stirring that.
Yeah.
And then Des, just as we were talking how we like just a tad of heat when we make some of our recipes, we've got 1 chopped jalapeno pepper.
And see, I love this because I have made you know, chicken and corn chowder a few times, but I've never actually put the jalapeno in there. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, so 1 jalapeno has just a little bit of heat, not too much. I think it's something everyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is looking good. That is smelling good. We're just going to give that a moment here to saute, all those flavors to blend.
Perfect. Okay.
Hey.
But how long? Just till it
You
softens
give that
up a
about
bit?
3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, we wouldn't be able to make a delicious soup together if we didn't have a little bit of minced garlic.
That's right.
Okay, so next step is we're going to add 2 cloves of our minced fresh garlic. Okay. So we add that after, again, because we want to ensure that the garlic doesn't become bitter.
That same thing with the.
Doesn't need to saute for very long at all. Okay, so now I'm going to get you to switch tools. I'm going to get you to swap that out for a whisk. Because a chowder is a nice, thick, hearty soup, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. And I'm just going to get you to whisk away with that flour. How are you doing? Do you need an oven mitt? Are you okay there?
I'm okay there so far.
Awesome. Okay.
When you hear me shrieking, you'll know it's time.
Okay, it's certainly looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to keep whisking away as I add in our 4 cups of chicken stock that we worked so hard to prepare.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good already.
Because we did some work, but we didn't work that hard.
No, because stock is simple to prepare.
Simple and easy to
and
make.
It's so worth it because once you try that homemade stock, you know, just the mouth feel and the consistency, the flavor. You just can't beat it. Yeah. Okay, so as this comes to a boil, it's going to thicken up, and I think, you can swap back to the other spoon. Yeah. Okay, that's looking good. So we got I'm turning up our heat here.
Crank it, Gina.
Crank it up. Okay.
Okay, so then ideally what happens? It comes to a bit of a boil.
So we're going to let this come to a boil here.
Okay, so then we're going to just turn that up maybe a little bit more. It's like the whole watched pot thing. You know, want to stand here and stare at it. But so as far as the chicken goes, there's different kinds of chicken, obviously. But what we're using for this is what?
We are going to use about a pound of cubed chicken breast. You could use chicken thigh if you wanted to, but a skinless, boneless chicken. So as soon as this soup comes up to a boil, we are going to add our chicken, and we're also going to add cubed potato. I'm Gina Sunderland, Food and Consumer Relations Specialist and Registered Dietitian with Manitoba Chicken Producers. I'm frequently asked if chickens are fed hormones and steroids, and the simple answer is no. Added hormones and steroids are not allowed in chicken farming. They've been banned since the 1960s. Manitoba chicken farmers follow national on-farm food safety and animal care programs that regulate chicken farming practices. So now we are going to add our superstar ingredient. We are going to add our pound of cubed chicken breast.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to get you to give that a little stir for me. And then we're also going to add 2 cubed red potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting that whole chowder vibe. And we've got a couple bay leaves that really do impart a lot of flavor. We were talking a bit about bay leaves.
It's one of those things that if I don't have it, or I just always think, well, is it really going to matter? But it kind of does. It totally does.
It does add some really nice richness and flavor to the soup. So it is worth it, but you can make a soup without it as well. And then we've got a little bit of salt and pepper here.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna let that simmer for 10 minutes, and you can see the chicken is cooking quickly. And you just keep stirring this soup occasionally because we've got that flour in there and it's thickening beautifully. It smells fantastic. I'm getting hungry. How about you?
Indeed, it does, absolutely. And it's one of those things like that, you know, when the temperature starts to drop just a little bit, this is the kind of thing when you're coming in or you've got somebody coming in from outside.
Yes.
This is what you want waiting for them when they sit down at the table, whoever that may be. So, yeah, absolutely. So then when do we fire all of these goodies in there?
The goodies, yeah. And like you were saying, this is a great soup for feeding a crowd. I'll often double the recipe, and it is wonderful. You can make it the day ahead. So now we are going to fire in the final delicious ingredients. We've got 1 cup of frozen corn. You can just add that in.
Okay. Because it wouldn't be the corn chowder without
It would not be our chicken and corn chowder if we did not have that corn. And then I'm going to get you to add 1 cup of cream.
Okay. Love all the cream
Just
today.
keeps getting better and better, Des.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to give that a stir for me.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. It is looking so good. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking a little bit of, oh gosh, like garlic toast with this, and little
crusty
naan
bread.
bread for like dipping in there, warmed up a bit.
Perfect. Yeah, it's
Okay.
one of those dipping soups. And then we just finish this off by adding in our cooked bacon
whole
and
thing?
our green onions. Yeah.
all right.
And you can save some extra bacon to garnish your bowls of soup, and a little bit of spring onion if you'd like. And honestly, the flavors in this are just phenomenal.
Tra-la, there it is. When we come back, well, agriculture is pretty much everything in this province, and we're going to have another Produced on the Prairies for you. Stick around.